Hi, welcome once again to another session in this course. We are going to be looking at a particular tool called Find and Replace. Find and Replace is one of the most important tools in Excel because the tool is so versatile that you can do a whole lot of activities and perform a whole lot of tasks with it. In fact, it is one of those tools that you can be very creative with. So, how does it work? Let's start from here. Assuming your boss called you and said there was a particular customer who said that his name was misspelled, and because of that, you need to look at his name in the record and then address that wrong spelling. So, how do we access that particular name? The answer is simple. It is find and replace. So, find and replace will allow you to actually enter into a data set, and it will look for a particular value for you, and you can do anything you want with it. So for example, if you want to do that, there are options. The first option is to go to the home tab and then look at the editing group, and you see this lens here. You see find and select. So when you click on it, you are going to see this first option here which says find. You see this other one which says replace. So both of them are actually interlinked, but let's start with find. So if you click on find, it will take us to this option where we can look for anything. So assuming the name of the person was Rogers and he said that there is no S in his own name. So you can just put Rogers here. And if there is actually Rogers in this data set, find and replace will get it for us. So let's click on find all. So before we go on, you can see that the find all has looked into all of the worksheets in this particular workbook, and it is showing us all the areas where we have Rogers. So if I click on this particular place, if I click on it now, you can see that there is Rogers here. So if I come back, I click on it and I scroll down, you can see that there is also another Rogers here. And then if I click on it again, I come down, you can see that there's another Rogers at this point. If I click on it again and come down, you can see that it has taken us to a new worksheet in this workbook where there is Rogers. So you can see this is Rogers again. So if I come down again, you can see another Rogers here. You can see, and you can see all the Rogers in this worksheet. Now, this is very important, assuming you want to just check and be sure that that name was not misspelled. So, assuming this is the name that we want and we do not need to change it, we just leave it like this and then you can just click on close and we are out. So if we want to do this with a shortcut, we just press Ctrl F. So Ctrl F will give us this. Very good. However, if we want to use find and replace such that we want to replace this particular value or do something with it, we just click on this replace value here. When we replace it here, click on this replace rather, we just click on find all. So now it has found all. So assuming we want to replace it with just ordinary Roger or so Roger without S, you just click on replace all. You can see now, all done. We made 12 replacements. So we have been able to replace that. However, if we want to go into that find and replace directly, we can just click here, come to this place again, click it, and then click on replace. So it will give us this find and replace automatically. The shortcut to that is Control H. So when we press Control H, it will take us to this area. Very good. However, you can do much more with this. And let's look at it. When you look down here, you can see this option here. So if you click on it, it takes us to this area. So let me click on this and take it up here. Good. Now, we can do a whole lot of things here. You can see that when I was finding all, it was finding throughout the whole workbook, moving from one sheet to another. Why? It was because I selected workbook here. So assuming I click on this place and I put sheet, so it will only find it on this current sheet. So let us find Rogers now. You know that we have replaced Rogers already, Abi. So let's find Rogers now and let us see what happens. You couldn't find what you were looking for. So which means that what you did the other time was correct. Now let's look for Roger without S. So now on this sheet, and we are looking by rows and including formulas. So let's find all now. So you can see now, you can find all. You can see it's showing now, but it's only on this sheet. So let me look there. It's only on this sheet, and it's not going to other sheets. So why? Because I only click on this. Another thing I want us to look at is that when you look at the Roger here and the Roger here, they are the same. But what of if I put something like this here? We see now that the Roger here is uppercase, because if you have a very large data set and they ask you to find a particular value like this, you might not know how it was written. So you have to write what you think should be the way it was written. So now if we use this, let's see if it finds this same Roger, even though the Roger here was written in small letter, So let's find all. You can see it finds this Roger because of one reason. When you look at this area, I did not click on this match case. So if I click on this match case now, you will see that it will not find this Roger because the Roger here is capital letter, starting with capital letter. The one here starts with lowercase, so it's not going to work. So let me find all. So you see now you couldn't find it. So, but if I remove it and I even put this one in uppercase, like let's see if it works. You can see it does. So another aspect I want us to look at is that if we look at our Roger, let's find all again. So we see a Roger here, which is this. The next Roger is here, which is inside this Gmail address. So look at this particular option here that says match entire cell content. So if I click on this, it means that it's only going to find this Roger when it is the only thing in the cell and is not a part of anything or something else is a part of it. So when I find all now, it's not going to pick this. It will only pick this particular Roger here. So let me click and find all. You can see now. So So let's see, it has picked this one, it has picked this one, and no other option. So when you are looking of searching for a particular value, you must know what you are looking for and the context. So, but usually it's better to start with all of these unchecked so that you can have an idea of where that particular value belongs. And if you are very sure of yourself, you can go with a more specific instruction. So I think we should understand this. Now, if you look here, you can see that there is formatting here. So we can search for a format and we can replace with a format. We can search with a format and we can replace with a format. For example now, assuming your boss just called you and said, the data you sent to me, there were some issues with some record. And those record, I have highlighted them. And those values that I highlighted, they are in hundreds or even thousands of them. So you don't just want to be looking one after the other in thousands of records to be looking for those particular values. An example is this. Look at this pair now. This pair has been highlighted with a yellow background. So this is a form of formatting. So let me add to it. So let me put this one. Let me add this two. Let me go down, 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 down. Let me do this. So assuming you have a record that contains about 10,000 data, 10,000 rows of data, and your boss said that he only highlighted five records like this out of about 10,000 rows. You know that if you are looking for it, it's going to take you a lot of time. But if you know what your boss highlighted, like if you know the format your boss used to highlight it, then you can just go around it. So let's see an example now. So I will press Ctrl H. So now I'm what we are looking for now is not a cell value. What we are looking for now is format. So I will click on this particular area here. So it will take us to this area. You should remember this area in our cell formatting. So any form of formatting that can be done on Excel can be searched for. So this one now is a field. This is field. So now, assuming I cannot understand the kind of formatting my boss used, what I will just do is that I will look for one of those formats and I will show it to Excel and Excel will look for the rest. So let's do that first. Now I can choose any format I'm looking for here, but because I was not the one who formatted, so I can't really pinpoint that kind of format very well. Now I will come here, you see, choose format from cell. So if I click on this choose format from cell, it will allow me to move out. You can see this icon now. So I can click on this particular format and then Excel has seen it, and then I will just come here and find out. So by clicking on that, you can see that it has found all, you can see it has found this, it has found this. So I can go down, you can see now, as many of them, it has found them. Why? Because of that formatting. So that is one part that you can use find and replace. But we can actually format too. We can replace with a format. So, but let's remove this particular format first. So let's come here and click on this and then we clear the format and then we click on OK. So let's do it again. Clear find format. So that's cleared it. Now, assuming you are the boss and they present some data to you and you saw some irregularities in some areas and you want to format it in a particular way so that you can let your people recognize that you can actually replace the format. For example, assuming you discovered that the Roger was not spelled well. So let's show that Roger, let's find all. You discover that the Roger should contain S. So, and you want your boys or the people working under you to see where the Rogers are in the spreadsheet or in the workbook. What you can do is that you can actually replace with a particular form of format. For example, now this is Roger. I want to replace everywhere Roger is with a form of formatting. So I will just say, okay, replace with Roger, but now we are going to format it. So I'm going to put red there and then I click OK. So now everywhere there is Roger is going to be replaced with this format on that particular set so that when anybody you are giving instruction is looking at that particular spreadsheet, they can be able to recognize those areas easily. So this is just one use case. There are several use cases that can be performed when it comes to find and replace. So it's one of the most versatile tools. So let's just replace all. So click on replace all and then you can see now, let's close this. So you can see that everywhere we have Roger, it has been replaced with this and highlighted. So there are several ways you can do this and those are the major options that we can use. I believe this is a place to begin as we continue our journey in this course and even as a professional, we are going to be getting better with this particular tools. And in some of our future projects, we are going to see how we apply this particular tool to do a whole lot of tasks. Thank thank you very much. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos in the future and we are going to be meeting in the next one.